In honor of the 2025 soccer season officially beginning, we sat down with DeQueen High School alumni coach Steven Garcia, better known as Columbia. We chatted about the path to his success as well as his goals and expectations as a new head coach for the girls' soccer team. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Colombia, Medellin, Colombia.
Okay. So, can you tell me about your family and your childhood?
My family, I have two little brothers. I'm the oldest. They're not little anymore, and basically just my two little brothers and my mom and I. I mean, we've been living, it's been always us four. And of course my other family, but that's been that's basically my family. Growing up in Colombia, it was a little bit tough when I was a little kid, up until I was 11, 12 years old. It was tough growing up there, like down there. You see a lot of stuff, not really good stuff, but I think that kind of helps me being the man I am today. So.
Did coming to the U.S. as a teenager, you were a teenager, right? When
Yes.
you came here? Did it affect anything for you, like in school or like your friendships or anything like that?
Basically the language, because I don't know English. All I knew was basically the SBC, nothing else. So it was tough because of the language. Making friends and that, it didn't affect me at all. It didn't affect me, in school because the same thing, the language. But then I learned it pretty fast and I had that pretty fast, so.
Okay, so when did you start playing soccer? Like who got you into it? When did you start playing and like where? Like you know how here a lot of kids start like in Sunday leagues?
Yes.
Like did y'all have something similar over there in Colombia or how was it?
Well, I started playing when I was 5 years old. I started playing with my cousin, and basically I just started playing in the streets. We didn't have Sunday leagues or anything like that. In Colombia, everything is a little bit more serious than just a Sunday league. So when you're a little kid, there is a lot of clubs around, so you can join clubs and stuff like that. So you go and play leagues, like important leagues in the city. And so basically I started with my cousin, just playing street soccer.
Who has influenced you the most during your soccer career?
So that person would be my cousin. He was really the one that got me out there. Basically I started playing soccer because of him. So that was the person I would look up to, and I would see what he would do. So that's the person I always would look up to. Up until this day, I'll look up to him.
Can you tell us about your experience playing for the DeQueen High School and how would you say it shaped your career as a coach here now?
Well, playing for the Queen, of course, it was different from what I was used to. Like I said, in Colombia, everything is more of a club, not more of a school. So, whenever I came here, it was weird. They tell me I couldn't play as an eighth grader, and I was like, "But why?" I mean, I didn't have knowledge of. You have a 4-year career and stuff like that. So I would always be like, "Can I just play?" When I came here as an eighth grader. And well, later on, I understood that you only have 4 years and this and that. But playing for Dick when it was nice. It was something different. You play for school that you attend to. You have your friends come and support you, teachers come and support you. Those stuff we don't have in Colombia. Teachers don't go and support you to your club. Um, and how it shaped me, you basically learn different cultures, and you get ideas on how you can support kids, how to implement what you learn in my culture and implement what you learn in this culture. So you kind of combine them both, and you help the kid a little bit more to grow a little bit faster.
Looking back, what has been the most memorable game or season during your time as a player?
We were losing. We ended up tying the game. It was like 30 seconds left ish, and I ended up scoring the winning goal for that game. And I remember when I scored, I run to the sideline, and everybody just like gathered around me, and it was like a huge like circle around me. That was one of the games that I remember. And the other one was when I was a junior at the state championship game, where I scored a hat trick, and it was against Lakeside actually. We won 4-1 that game, and it was the state championship. So those two games are the ones that I remember the most.
Okay. Okay. Having achieved so much, what made you come back to D Queen to coach?
Well, basically, I come back to D Queen because of my mom. That was one of the main reasons. She was still here. She has her office here. Everything's here for her. So I came back for her. Then I started coaching. A guy asked me to help him coach. So I went and helped him. I started liking it. I liked it before, but now I was doing it, and I liked it even more. So that's how I got into coaching. And D Queen, it's, let's say, special. They have a lot of talent here, not only in soccer, but running, track. They have a lot of talent in track, cross country. So I'm not saying I'm looking for talent, but there's a lot of talent here that needs to grow a little bit more. And I like that. I mean, I like kids with talent that we can develop throughout the years.
Was the coaching one whenever EO had that one camp?
No, it was actually Ronell.
It was Ronell?
Ronell contacted me. He said if I wanted to help him with the high school team to coach them, and I said yes. And I've been here since then.
Yeah. Was that after the camp? Because I remember seeing you at the camp, but I had like no clue who you were.
Yeah, so I think it was that season prior the camp. He asked me to come that season, and then that camp happened that summer.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't see you, because I was in 8th grade still.
Yes.
Okay, with so many accomplishments under your belt, what do you consider to be the key factors behind your success as a coach?
D Queen has a lot, but out there, there's even more. So whenever you go out, you gain more experience. You play with different people that are not from here. They come from Europe, South America, and they have a different type of development, soccer development. So you go up there, you play with them, and it's different. So you gain that experience from them. Then you go to college, and you get different type of coaches that they bring different type of ideas, and so you learn that from them. So from the coaches that I had, of course there was stuff that I didn't like about them, but there were other stuff that I'm like, that helps, this helps, so I'll take that. And whatever they did wrong, I'm like, I don't want to be like that. So I'll learn from the bad stuff that they did, and I'm like, I don't want to be that type of coach. I want to be different. So that helps me a lot right now that I'm working with kids, and it helps me develop them in a better way.
Okay, how has your experience as a former player helped you relate to your athletes on a deeper level?
Well, having experience, having a career here in school, people that you can relate to, um, they see that. They look at you like a role model that they can look up to and be like, oh, he did this here, he did this here. So they kind of have a little bit more respect for you whenever you coaching and like kind of having that relationship coach player. So
Because, like, they know, like, you know most of everything that, like, us as players go through.
yes, so that's another thing. I've been a player. um, I know it hurts sometimes whenever you're doing uh, physical practices. It hurts. I know you guys get injured. I know all this stuff. I know sometimes you guys are sad. Sometimes you guys are just tired. You couldn't sleep. You had homework. So I know all of that, and I understand. So that helps me a lot. Being a student, especially a student player, it helps me a lot to know what you guys need at the moment.
How do you keep your players motivated during tough times as a team?
So, I mean, it is tough going through tough times, but I think maybe changing the way we practice, talking to them a little bit about what's going on, that probably helps a lot getting out of those tough times.
Okay, what impact do you hope to have on your players once they leave high school? Like, what do you want? Like, what's the main thing you want them to take with them?
My main thing for them is I always tell them to learn something new every time they come to practice. But besides soccer skills, I want them to learn good values. So, how you treat your teammates, how we sometimes get mad, how do you manage to not be rude or rough with your coach, with your teammate, basically having good values. I want them to have good values whenever they get out of high school and they go into a more professional life, because they'll be going to college. College a little bit more of going into your profession. So if they have good values, everything else will come along.
Now about the future. What do you hope to accomplish here as a D Queen soccer coach?
My main thing is to develop kids, or develop players, sport-wise, and develop them also as human beings. And this is what I was talking about, teaching them good values, and of course, teaching them what a sport I'm doing. I do soccer, so I want them to learn the most. I want them to learn the most. I want to give them all my knowledge that I've learned. I want to give it to them so they can take it with, like, so you guys can take it with you. So that's the main thing.
Okay. How do you think this upcoming season will go? For girls or boys, it doesn't matter. For girls and boys.
Boys, they're always gonna have that talent in them. That's always gonna make them good. And I always tell them this: you go as far as you want. You can go as far as you want, and it's always up to them. If they practice good, they're gonna do good. If they have a really good attitude, they're gonna do good. If they basically, if they do the things that nobody wants to do to be good, they will be good. So girls, we basically have the whole team back from last year. So most of these girls, they have 20 plus games played. So that means they have a lot of knowledge. They should. So this year it should be a lot more better than what it was last year.
Okay, what are like a couple of your biggest achievements that like you're really proud of yourself for, coming from like Colombia and having to like learn a whole new language, having to make friends, like basically having to start over, right?
Well, soccer wise, um, winning state, it was a really big achievement, not only for me but like for the whole team. I understood throughout the years that I was in college that it was not easy to be there because after my graduation, after we graduated, boys went 7 years without winning a state title. Playing 2 state title games, they didn't win, but uh, I realized that it was tough. It was tough to be there. It was tough to win a state title. And another one, soccer wise, when I was a freshman in college, I didn't know this until they explained it to me. I played the season, my first season in college. Um, I got award by being freshman of the year. I thought it was I thought I was competing against my teammates only. I thought it was like only like your college will give you that award. But then they explained it to me, and basically I was competing with all the freshmen in my conference. So it was not only my college, but all the colleges that I was playing against. And I think that was a pretty nice award that I got in college. So those two. And of course, personally, when I came here, just learning the language. I think that's basically why my mom brought us here, so we can expand our knowledge, and that's one of them. So
The education.
yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think that will cover all.
Okay, we're done. We hope you enjoyed learning about Coach Garcia as much as we did. We appreciate him for his time and all the dedication he has put into these teams. We wish him and his team the best of luck this season and the rest to come. Reporting for DKTV, I'm Marlene Tellez.